Welcome back to the episode, ninth episode of New Media. Today, because we're at the halfway point of the season, we just gonna come to and discuss how the Heat is doing, the things you would like to see improve, so on and so forth.
8-game winning streak, by the way.
How we feel after that Memphis game, DJ?
Beat the number 10 ranked Memphis, by the way. Just saying, by the way. Just saying, by the way.
Oh my god, I can't with this dude, man.
Tonight, we have a game against who? Atlanta Hawks.
Yup, UD retired.
Atlanta Hawks.
UD getting his jersey retired. Shout out to Udonis.
Speaking of Atlanta Hawks, yes, shout out to Haslam.
Yeah.
Jersey retirement tonight for Haslam. But I just want to say, speaking of the Atlanta Hawks, Levi, I think we might as well get into the trade rumors surrounding them.
Yeah, they're looking to move DeJounte Murray because the guard play between him and Trey does not work. It doesn't work at all. I knew they were going to be mid.
Besties, though. I said Trey and Clint Capella are some besties, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, same thing with Harden and Capella. Like, they work well together. They throw the ball up, he catch it. That's just what it is. But it's not working out for either party because the team just isn't good. They don't play off each other well. And most importantly, it's not contributing to wins. So they're looking to move DeJounte. Now, he's linked to the Lakers and the Heat.
Lakers.
The Lakers are probably the most desperate, so I wouldn't be surprised if they end up with him before the trade deadline. But
well, I mean, currently what I've read is that the talks between the Lakers and the Hawks for Murray is kind of in a limbo state right now, but they're expecting things to ramp up when we get a little bit closer to the deadline. But as of right now, at least,
Pat Riley, please. Anyway, I'm sorry.
As of right now, they've been discussing like, hey, how are we gonna get this done? They have some stuff up, like, definitely D'Lo and some picks. D'Lo's probably gone, but the talks have stalled.
How D'Lo even fits with that team, unless they're gonna flip him to another team.
Probably, but
you know what I'm saying.
As of focusing on the Lakers, trying to get them. That's who they're offering right now. Talks are a little bit in limbo, but maybe the Heat can come in. I've been seeing a lot of. And I don't think Levi likes this trade, but I've been seeing a lot of Hero and Jovic. And the first round, DeJounte, and the Hawks are trying to get rid of somebody. I don't remember his name.
Capella or Hunter? Hunter?
No. It's I'm trying to remember his name.
Bogan?
There is one player that they are confirmed that they do want him off of the team. Another team to watch out for is the Nets. The Nets have also been having some trade rumors with the Hawks.
The role player, the all-time role player team of all time, because I don't know how that would help them at all. Why would they trade for him? That doesn't make sense. They would not be able to use him. But
yeah. So right now the Heat, we're linked to those trade talks. So are the Lakers. I think the Heat and the Lakers currently are the two biggest contenders for that. AJ Griffin. It was AJ Griffin. The Hawks are looking to move AJ Griffin.
They don't want AJ Griffin? They just drafted him.
They're looking to move him. And so, just to catch you guys up a little bit on the Heat trade rumors right now, there's nothing substantial other than DeJounte, I guess. Currently, Jovic and Lowry, among some other players that weren't listed, weren't named. Jovic and Lowry are being made available on the trade block. The Heat are not necessarily shopping them, and offering them up, but rather telling teams, come to us with your deals. And they're asking about Jovic and Lowry and saying, hey, this is a deal that we'd like to make, but Jovic or Lowry has to be available.
Yeah. But one thing I think also is important to mention about Lowry, he's a $30 million expiring. And I think a lot of teams will be interested in that, including teams like the Hawks. I think the Hornets should especially be interested in that, just because they should want to clear up the cap space, especially if you're not going to be a championship contender or a playoff team. Get the money off your books so that way you can sign somebody else. It's not worth having all your cap space eaten up by people that aren't going to help you win anything. But yeah,
I
that's
agree.
really it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
Another
that
person.
kind of covers it for Heat
Yeah, that's
trade rumors, for some NBA trade rumors. There's not much substantial going on.
mm,
Not much.
except for maybe what Terry Rozier. They said he wanted to be here, but other than that,
Interested in Terry.
I would like Terry Rozier.
I would.
I'm more in favor of a Terry Rozier trade because I think it would cost less. I don't think the Hornets would necessarily want too much for Terry, but if they could get DeJounte Murray, I'd be happy with that because DeJounte Murray was an all defensive guard back on the Spurs, and I think he would buy into that system on the Heat. And I think
Defensively, I don't. I defensively, okay. I don't think Terry Rozier is like an amazing defensive guard, but I definitely do think that he's still a better guard
no,
than he's still a better defensive guard.
he definitely tries. That's all I care about.
So
And on
I
defense,
definitely
yeah, on defense, I don't
while
really care.
DeJounte is an upgrade in every sense
Any
that
person
Terry
not named Kyle Lowry is an
Rozier,
upgrade. Every
yeah,
person not named Kyle Lowry is an upgrade. We can run Draymond at the one that's an upgrade Kyle Lowry.
yeah. Well, I mean Draymond's
No,
an
man.
upgrade, but I definitely think that while DeJounte Murray is a much bigger upgrade than Terry Rozier, that still Terry Rozier is still a way better fit for us than Lowry right
Yeah.
now, if I'm being completely
Especially
honest.
offensively, for how this team gets cold, he would be great for us. Him and Hero lighting it up, that's gonna move mountains. But yeah,
I
no.
agree. So, Mr. Levi, would you like to get into halfway through the season? What are you seeing? What are you saying? What we need to do?
We need to get rid of Kyle Lowry. It has been bad. Like it has been really, really bad. Like at the beginning of the season, it wasn't that bad, so I wasn't really okay. Move on because he was playing decently. He was helping us win games, and he was shooting a very high percentage from three. So I was like, okay, like we can work with this. We can't work with this anymore. He takes up $30 million in cap space. We need a player that can help us.
He's
I
stinky.
no, he's not good, and I know it's because he's older and probably that hamstring issue he dealt with back in 2022 is definitely causing him to slow down, which is fine. But
Mm.
to be honest with you, it's nothing against him as a person, bro. I can't do this. Like it hurts to watch him play. It hurts to watch him play. He needs to be moved. He's not engaged offensively. He's putting up shots. He's not really hitting them. Even when it comes to sort of being a point guard, initiating the offense, he's not even initiating the offense. So it's like, why even have him start? Why is he even out there? I'm not a big fan of that. It's a bit redundant because he's not even being used to his abilities. So it's just like, I don't know.
What is stop? Oh no, it's back. Sorry, that was weird. It stopped for me real quick, but sorry. Continue.
Yeah. But no, that's it. I'm kind of done. What
I
about you
do
though?
nothing.
No, like I'm done. But what about you? Because I'm pretty sure like
Um,
it's the same thing, probably.
I fully agree with you. Lowry needs to go 100%. Listen, I don't see the Heat currently, other than Lowry, we don't have much playmakers. Jimmy Butler, he can pass, yes, but he's not a high level playmaker, and I have to admit, Lowry is. At the moment, he is not. However, overall in his career, Lowry has been a high level playmaker. We need either We need just in general a replacement for that,
Just anything.
and not
Just
just that. We need somebody who can also fill that position and not just pass but score on their own. Somebody that can make
yeah.
their own shot. One thing that we lack in, which I was talking to you about this earlier, just looking at advanced stats, pacing, we are the slowest team in the NBA. The
They do not get
slowest.
out and run on the fast break. It hurts my heart.
And not just that, but our offensive rating is is 50th percentile. We're literally like smack dab in the middle, number 15 out of 30 in terms of offensive rating. Defensively, we're good, but offensively, we are one of like the dead last teams in scoring points per game. Defensively, we're one of the best teams in holding our opponents to low scoring games, but for the Heat, it's become. I think the Heat need to develop into a team where it's not just okay, we're stopping our opponents, but we also need to outscore our opponents. We're
Yeah,
stopping our opponents, but we're playing to their same level. We're stopping our opponents while stopping ourselves.
yeah. Like it's the same thing. Like you can't have a bunch of ball stoppers on the court. Like it's cool that you have a bunch of defensive personnel, but who is going to be there to play offense? It can't be just Jimmy Butler because we've seen how that plays
I
out
agree.
every single year. It ends up being, hey, Jimmy Butler, you're the only person that can score here. And then he ends up overstraining himself like he did in the 2020 finals because it was pretty much him by himself due to all those injuries. Or when he gets hurt, like what happens,
Mm-hmm.
like what happened last playoffs, DJ. Like, look at what happened. We had to pray for we had to pray in the finals that some undrafted dudes, no offense, but like that's not their role. They were chucking up a high volume of shots because Jimmy couldn't play to that standard he was playing at. And that was a huge
I
reason why
agree.
we lost the finals because we didn't have anybody else to score. The defense is always going to be there,
And
but
so
the offense will always think that it will scare me because it's inconsistent.
I think
One
this
night
first
they're
half of the season,
shooting,
like
one night they're shooting amazing, the next night they're not. But go ahead.
this first half of the season, right now we are number 6 in the rankings for the Eastern Conference. 6th seed. That's not bad. The Heat usually aren't like a. I don't. In the past couple of years, we've been a top 3 seed. I think one time.
Yeah, in
I
2022
think
we
one
were
time.
seed, but that was it. In 2022,
So
yeah,
the Heat, as Heat fans, we know this. The Heat never really known for their regular season, you know,
I don't know.
performance. Not since the Heatles days with LeBron
Yeah,
and Wade, all that.
Brown was here.
But I think right now, what we really need, and I'm hoping that maybe Miami can get some of this done before the trade deadline. Trade deadline, by the way, is February 8th. I'm hoping
Okay.
Miami can maybe get this done.
What's this
We
like?
need
4 weeks?
scores.
Yeah, we need scores.
Uh, Trade deadline, I think that's, let me
3,
see,
4. Because it's
3.
the 18th today.
Yeah, just under 3 weeks away.
Yeah, they need to do something like now
Right,
because
right now,
this
the Heat need scores.
they
That's
need.
that's it. The Lakers are very desperate for DeJounte Murray. We need to be more desperate.
Yeah, we need to
I'm
like.
gonna say something.
Mhm.
The Lakers are desperate because they're afraid that they won't make the playoffs. The Heat the Heat don't have fear that they won't make the playoffs, but the Heat need to be afraid that they won't make it past the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
The Heat need to be afraid that maybe they won't even make it past the second round.
yeah, because
Being a playoff lock should not be our goal in this. We've been to the finals 2 out of the last 4 years. We've been to the Eastern Conference Finals 4 times out of the last 4 years. The Heat need to be less afraid that they won't make it. The Heat don't fear that we won't make it to the playoffs. The Heat need to be less afraid. Need to be more afraid that we're not going to be successful in the playoffs. That we're
yeah,
not going to be successful in the finals. Maybe not even the Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, because when
We
once you get
can't
that
keep
deep in the
getting to
playoffs,
the
you can't
highest
have
level.
one person. You cannot have one person playing to a level for an entire playoff run. That is rare. That is extremely rare to have somebody play at that level, which is why we need some scores to complement Jimmy. Period. Because one
We
thing I
can't
know,
keep reaching
yeah,
the level of basketball
yeah,
just to underperform.
exactly. We need to build the teams to reflect what the other teams are building. I'm not saying copy them because we're the Miami Heat. Like we need to play our brand of basketball, but we also need to learn how to beat people at their brand of basketball, not just drag them down and play this 90s basketball. We need to drag their offense through the mud and light up their defense. But it seems like all they want to do is go hard on the defensive end, and then offensively it gets all ticky tacky. You know what I'm saying, DJ? And I don't like watching that, especially in the playoffs because we see them get cold.
Especially
We
because we
see them
saw
get
it during
cold. We saw
the
them get cold.
finals versus the Nuggets.
Got ugly.
We knew the Nuggets were the better team, the better assembled team.
We
We knew
knew
they had
that,
it better than us.
but the Heat
And
were
so
not hitting shots. It's cool to have 3-point specialists, but we need somebody who would go get a bucket regardless.
the
Period.
Heat need to build around not making the playoffs. The Heat need to build around winning the finals,
Yes.
winning the Eastern Conference. There's tanks. There are tanks in the Eastern Conference. The Bucks, Giannis and Dame, the Celtics, the Jays. Like there are tanks in the Eastern Conference. Joel Embiid, I don't care. Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. That's still not something easy to go up against. Joel Embiid's an MVP candidate, and then don't even get me started on the West. Well, the West is kind of lacking right now. I'm not gonna lie.
The
The West
West,
has
the
really
West.
been
I'm the only teams I'm more concerned of is not because of the skill, but because of the size. Like the Timberwolves, because they have a pretty big front court, and Gobert is a pretty special defensive player. I'm not gonna say they're alive. They found a way to utilize him this season in a way that has helped their defense. And the
the
Nuggets,
Thunder. All
the Thunder. I feel like the Thunder, yeah, but I wouldn't be scared to play them in a 7 game series because I feel like that youth is gonna show.
but the
But
Heat. I'll be honest.
mhm.
I'm not afraid that the Heat won't make the playoffs. That's never been a fear for me. The Heat, they just need to put themselves in position to beat these tanks. They need to. A lot of times, I feel like the Heat settle for what they have because they're like,
Yeah,
we
they
can take
always
the
settle.
team and we can coach them good, and that's true. That's
Hmm.
true
That's
because
true.
the Heat have overperformed a lot.
Absolutely
But
100%.
I'm kind of tired of the Heat overperforming. I want us to have good, high quality players and not just rely on second rounders, undrafted players. Like, yes, they play well, and yes, they stepped up. But I want to have a known star that we can, if we need scoring, they will score. They will go out there and score.
100%. And even if it's not a known star, just somebody that's respected around the league as somebody who can get a bucket. 100%. Just anybody that is a
Exactly.
consistent scorer who's gonna play within the system. Because I guarantee you, when it comes to the Heat, they can find somebody who's willing
I
to
agree.
play in their system. They just need to go and make the spin the stuff for it. Because I'm gonna guarantee you this now. I do not want to see Jimmy Butler taking years off his life in the playoffs again. It was cool to see him light up the Bucks, right? But then as soon as he went down the next series, stuff started looking ugly. Like we don't have time for that. The goal should be to take care of the teams as quickly as
I
possible and not play with our food, get the win and leave. Because sometimes I feel like I don't know, like it's weird. Sometimes I feel like they sink to their competition. I don't like that. Just because, like, look, I believe that, yeah, we gonna out tough them. And I believe that I've seen them out tough teams. We've seen it with the Celtics a bunch of times. But like that shouldn't that was an exception. That shouldn't become a rule, if you know what I'm saying. But that's it.
Yes, I agree. So just through this first half of the season, the Heat honestly they just need to up the offense. They need to make some trades that really
If they up the
bolster their
offense,
offense.
I will be
Defense
fine.
for the Heat never been an issue.
never been an issue. It just has to be offense because it does not matter if you hold
It
someone
has
to
to be off.
40% if you're shooting 35. They will still beat you. It does not matter. You have to you cannot just out defense. It is not 1993. These people can score now. You have to find ways to limit them while boosting your own offensive profile. That is it. But anyway, like
Okay.
what do I know, DJ?
But
I'm not an NBA scout. But yeah, nah. It is.
thank you,
But
y'all. That's been episode 9 of the New Media Podcast. Me and Levi logging off. Y'all tune into the Heat game tonight,
you
8
DJ
p.m. I'm hoping this video will go up on Friday. No guarantees. No guarantees. So if it goes up after Friday, we're hoping for a Heat win. If it goes up before Friday night, we're still hoping for a Heat win regardless.
It's big Miami, 100%. It's big Miami. We
Always.
all gonna shine. Remember, this is a basketball town. I don't even think we even have a football team, right, DJ? Nah, I
Oh
don't
my
think
gosh. I don't want to talk about that loss to the Chiefs.
we don't have
I
a
don't want to
football
talk about that loss to the
we don't have a
Chiefs.
football team. Nah, but shout out to Tua and all them
It's
and
funny that,
Lamar Jackson.
it's
Go
funny that the
shine.
Heat have the same offense, bad defense.
We have the it's weird, yeah, we have the
Heat and
opposite problem.
Dolphins both
'Cause
bad defense.
The Dolphins offense is pretty good. They just anywho, signing off. Y'all
But
have a great
hey,
night,
Buck,
great
hopefully the
afternoon.
Bucks win.
Hmm?
I said hopefully the Bucks win. That's my backup team, Buccaneers.
Backup team, not the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Pompeo, stand up.
I, I live in Tampa.
Not, bro. Okay, fine. That boy do not represent his hometown. That's real.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's a
Mm-mm.
traitor.
But this has
All
been
right,
episode 9 of the New
episode 9.
Media, y'all.
Y'all have a.
Thank y'all for staying on.
Thank y'all for listening.
Peace.
Peace.